Hello everyone, and welcome to the Medium Next Door, and my name is Bonnie Page. So happy that you have tuned in to watch the show today, and I hope to bring you something a little special, something called Christmas in Heaven. And I'm going to start off today by telling you that, of course, a lot of people know that I'm a medium, but a lot of people don't know that I'm actually a reverend in the state of Massachusetts. So my story is going to start off with that a little bit today, and then I'm going to read some of the pages from a book that I've brought with me called Christmas in Heaven. So I hope everyone is enjoying this holiday season at this time, and that's why I wanted to do this show for you. Because sometimes it's not all about the joy of Christmas, it's the other things and the feelings that can come along with this holiday season. So my little story is I serve a church in Templeton, and a couple of weeks ago I've just been so busy. I've been moving my studio here to Leominster, and I got really busy, and the day before I was supposed to serve this church, I was just sitting there and I'm like, I haven't put together my sermon, and usually my sermon is all written out and thought of. In a spiritualist church, it's called a talk or a sermon, and a spirit started talking to me, and I had noticed that the past couple of weeks I've been kind of teary-eyed, but I just said to Spirit, wow, what do you want me to talk about at the service on Sunday? And they came with, I'm like, you know, I'm really bubbly around the holidays, and I love all the joyous music. And I thought, you know, I'm just going to make it a fun little Christmas sermon. And they started talking to me, and they started telling me, you know, Bonnie, there's people there that need to hear a sermon about Christmas is the most beautifulest time of the year and what it really means. But there's also people that are missing people in heaven this holiday season, and sometimes it can bring sadness. You know, as much as some people are feeling joy, some people are feeling like their loved ones aren't here, or they don't have enough family around, or situations have changed. And to show me that, it was like my mom's favorite show during the holiday season was that Scrooge, where he went and saw Christmases pass. So my mom passed last year, and they started showing me all these Christmases past, and why I had actually been teary-eyed the last couple of weeks. Christmas was always spent, I grew up in Fitzwilliam, New Hampshire, and we always attended Christmas Eve service together, and they really brought me through some past Christmases of when my son is 26 now, but when he was 2, bringing him to church with my mom and my dad, I could hear my son's voice. He always called my mom Mama, 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 and he was doing that in church one year, and how we always went there after the church service, and they were even showing me what I used to bring my mom special to eat, because she loved lasagna, but she loved the creamy kind and not the red sauce. So they were really just bringing me through all of these memories, and I started to cry, and they said, Bonnie, other people need to know about this, that if you're missing someone in heaven, it's okay to feel sad or alone. But what people need to know is that they need to know that they can ask for help, whether it would be financially or emotionally, or some people just not feeling like they have enough, you know, financially, or people around them to enjoy this holiday. So while they were giving me all these emotions, and I was crying, and I said, yes, I understand. I understand what you want me to bring, the message to church on Sunday. So when I closed my eyes and I asked them, can you give me a little bit about, you know, Christmas in heaven? And I heard this big loud voice, it's Jesus's birthday. And I went, of course it is. The whole celebration in heaven and Christmas in heaven is all wrapped around, of course, Jesus's birthday. So I'm going to start off with a poem for you today that I always heard every Christmas Eve at this same church on the Fitzwilliam Common. And I loved it so much that I actually, and it was the same every year, and I would take my pamphlet home and I've taped it inside this book. So I'd like to start off with this for you today. It's a poem by Henry Van Dyke, and it starts off, are you willing to stoop down and consider the needs and the desires of little children? To remember the weaknesses and loneliness of people who are growing old? To stop asking how much your friends love you and ask yourself whether you love them enough? To bear in mind the things that other people have to bear in their hearts. To trim your lamp so that it will give you more light and less smoke. And carry it in front of you so that your shadow will fall behind you. To make a grave for your ugly thoughts and a garden for your kindly feelings with the gate open. Are you willing to believe that love is the strongest thing in the world? Stronger than hate, stronger than evil, stronger than death? And that the blessed life which began in Bethlehem over 2,000 years ago is the eternal love? Then you can keep Christmas, and if you can keep it for a day, why not always? But you can never keep it alone. Isn't that beautiful? And that's by Henry Van Dyke. Just a beautiful poem that always meant so much to me that I wanted to share it with you during this Christmas season. And so I'm going to hold this up real quick, and this is Sylvia Browne's book, and it's called Christmas in Heaven, and she wrote this with her son. So Sylvia Browne was, and probably still is in heaven. She passed last year, but she was one of those mediums that, you know, paved the way for the rest of us. She was on the Montel Williams show and did all the events and things like that, and wrote books and was the head of a spiritualist church. And I actually found this book a few years ago when my dad was feeling sad because his mom passed when he was 4 years old, and he always wondered what Christmas was like for his mom. So when I found this book, I actually brought it to my parents' house and I read it to both of them. And today I'm not going to read the whole book for you, but I am going to read just a few pages here and there for you. And so, Christmas in Heaven. Gift giving is a wonderful Christmas tradition. In fact, even spirits and angels give gifts to Jesus on Christmas Day. May we all remember the true meaning of Christmas and honor our host of heaven by loving one another. Christmas is a joyous celebration commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ, rich in traditions such as decorating pine trees with ornaments and lights, exchanging gifts among friends and family members, and singing classic songs created just for the season. Christmas is not just festive occasion for people here on earth. Christmas is also celebrated in heaven on December 25th. Heaven looks just like earth in its most natural, unspoiled beauty. Everything that God created exists in heaven. All living things that we can only dream of exist in perfect harmony on the other side. There is no prejudice or tension. There is only love. Our spirits spend eternity enjoying the company of the world and the people that we love. There are billions of spirits and angels in heaven. The difference between spirits and angels is that spirits are the souls of people like you and I, while angels were created by God. Christmas in heaven. Imagine the most beautiful sunset you have ever seen. A garden full of roses in perfect bloom and Roman columns accentuated with green vines. Picture yourself together with the people and animals that you have loved throughout your lifetime, mingling with angels in paradise. And now see for yourself standing in the presence of God. The scene you just created is not a fictional place. There is an area in heaven called the Rose Garden. This is where Christmas is celebrated on the other side. The Rose Garden at Christmas time, all God's creations, people, angels, animals, and even nature have a role in preparing for Christmas. The Rose Garden is always so beautiful, but even more so at Christmas time. People share the same gift-giving traditions in heaven as we do on our side. As you might imagine, gifts given to Jesus are treasures beyond our wildest dreams, like a handmade gift a child gives to her parents. The gifts people give to Jesus on his birthday are special to him because they are gifts from the heart. On Christmas morning in the Rose Garden, all the spirits of heaven gather together. So everyone joins the angels in song. Jesus is God's gift to the world. Spirits and angels rejoice as Jesus ascends to his throne. Everyone is eager to give him their special gift. What will you give Jesus? It's got snow, a white Christmas. The weather on the other side is perfect in every way. The temperature is eternally warm with gentle breezes, and there are no storms or threatening weather conditions. While the temperature is always around 78 degrees, there is snow in heaven. Snow in heaven is not cold and icy like here on this side. It's actually warm and fluffy. Gifts from the heart, gratitude loyalty, commitment. The greatest gift we can give to Jesus in our lifetime is to love one another, to be grateful, to keep our focus on what is righteous and good and never to waver. Commitment, to be committed to our path, whether full of joy or sadness, and to never waver in our goal to do good. Jesus dedicated his life to helping others. It stands to reason then that the best possible gift you could give him in return is to emulate his spirit of giving. Volunteer at your church, become a mentor to a child, donate to worthy charities, be a positive role model to others, and spend time with your loved ones so they feel your love and commitment. Start a new tradition. Bring your family closer together and light a candle. Pray together as a family. And thank heaven for all your blessings. Pray. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. Matthew 18:20. Talk to your children about the first Christmas and remember the true meaning of Christmas. Forgiveness. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive. Matthew 21. And don't forget the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Think about the most memorable Christmas gifts you have ever received. Did you receive an answered prayer on Christmas Day? Like having your whole family together? Or a sentimental gift from a family member or friend, such as a knitted scarf, a photograph from your childhood, or a family heirloom, which is passed down to you? Chances are the most precious and endearing gifts we receive throughout our lives are not bought in stores. Keep up your family traditions. While Christmas is usually an exciting and joyous occasion, all of us have or will at some time experience the loss of a loved one. This is extremely painful, and it seems even more difficult around special occasions like birthdays, anniversaries, and Christmas. It may seem to you that the person who died is gone. Our loved ones are always with us. Not only are the ones we love symbolically in our hearts and in our memories, but their spirits come to us in dreams and to our side when we need to feel the warmth of their eternal love. Ask your loved ones to come to you so that you may feel the eternal warmth of their spirit. Share Christmas memories with them and with your friends and family. Make a special ornament in their memory and hang it on your tree. Remember, you will be reunited with your loved ones on the other side. Regardless of how you choose to celebrate this Christmas, remember what the occasion is all about. Like I started in the beginning of the story, the birth of Jesus, our Lord. Remember what he taught us through his own example, how to love, forgive, sacrifice, and to help others. Ask yourself this question: what can I give to Jesus? And of course, Sylvia ends it with Merry Christmas. So I hope me reading a few lines or pages from Sylvia's book, and then what Spirit has said to me just by me closing my eyes and asking to know a little bit about Christmas on the other side. I hope this fills you with some joy and some knowledge that your loved ones are always right there with you. In fact, I've been giving so many messages lately, and all of the people on the other side, which really they're not on the other side, they're just so close, they're right here to us. They all want to be remembered in a special way at Christmas. So when Sylvia put in her book, you know, hang an ornament on the tree for them, all my messages from heaven these days have been like, yeah, they're gonna hang an ornament or save me a piece of pie. I was doing a reading the other night, and a young man came through and said, Mom, save me a piece of pie. And then he showed me the whole whipped cream can there and a stack of whipped cream. And the mom actually started to laugh, and she said, oh my, that was my son's favorite thing here on earth, was to, you know, shake up that can of whipped cream, make a pile high, and then spray it in his mouth. So it left her feeling like he was right here, and that she was really gonna cut him a piece of pie this Christmas and make sure that his memory and is really kept alive, because there is no death. We have eternal life. But we do get sad because we miss that physical stretch between them and us. I get sad, as I told you in the beginning, where I was teary-eyed for 2 weeks, and then I realized it's because my mom isn't here this Christmas. And I see my mom's face, but there's a difference between getting to sit with someone and hold their hand and then just seeing them, right? So we all need to just bring people closer together that are feeling that loss or feeling like they don't have enough. Because, you know, remember, when we're a blessing, then a blessing comes back to us. So if you're one of these people that needs some help this holiday season, please don't be afraid to ask for help, because there are always people out there, I know for sure, that are more than willing to help you. All right, I'm going to read you one last thing here from a poem that I found, and it's called Faith. Here we are with little faith, a giant without measure. It's those who keep a little faith who always find life's treasures. A little faith will guide us on through darkest hour of night. While others may not see the dawn, we'll see her morning light. Who knows, with just a little faith and all her angels' charms, we'll make our mother's planet safe, all creatures safe from harm. From flowers in the fertile fields to mountains fresh with snow, abundance from God's beauty yields the fruits that make faiths grow. So you can see with love and grace and even joy abound. It's good to keep a little place, a little faith around. So everyone, keep a little faith. I wish you a wonderful Merry Christmas to everyone. And I just want to remind everyone, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, I will be doing some messages this new year. And if you'd even like to ask a question, please go to my website, www.bonniepagemedium.com, under Bonnie's channel. And there's a little thing there where you can ask a question or request to come on the show. I would love to be with you, and I'd love to answer some questions for you. So thank you all for being here today. I hope you learned a little bit about Christmas in heaven, and I hope you have a joyful one. Thank you.